Hello and welcome to ApiFlow YouTube channel. Today we will continue to build our project management tasks using FlutterFlow and Google Spreadsheet as a backend and ApiFlow as our universal connector. So what we want to do today, we want to change away how we select the projects from backend and display a list of project tasks using very powerful features that FlutterFlow released not so long ago. It's called Parallel Actions. Parallel Actions allow you to run multiple queries, multiple actions at the same time. For example, use few API calls and then use their results at the same time, update widget state, update application state, and doing this in parallel, which greatly enhance efficiency of your app and user experience of your users. So let's start with our projects list and how we will rebuild a way how we query this data from our Google document. I remind you that we use tabs, our sheets names as projects names in this application. So we will query this data from backend into application state using parallel actions this time. And then we will query a list of tasks using also parallel action and using page state. So let's start with our application state, and we will define two variables here. One will be projects list, and this will be data type value with project data type and its list. Also, we can enable persistency to preserve our projects list between loads, which will allow us to display them right when our application loads. Just keep in mind, do not store too long, too big lists of data into this persistent application storage, because this will use much more space in your app. And next, what we will do, we will create a variable called selected project, which will be of type integer to save. We will call it selected project ID to save ID of our project, and we can also make it persisted between loads. Let's do this. So next, what we will do, we will go to our page of projects, and now for our project page, we will go to Flow Editor and we'll add a new parallel action. Parallel actions, as I mentioned, allow you to run different actions at the same time, which is very powerful, very cool features that allow you to greatly improve how your application works. So we will use first branch to call our backend API call, and we will use list all sheets API call, and we'll call it API projects list. And next, what we want to do when it loaded, we want to show to update our app state and send field called projects list from our API call API projects list. We will use data type, no changes required. So this will allow us to update app state when our page loads and call our API state, so API call. So now we will bound this dropdown called current project to app state. So we will use it directly from app state. We bind the values to project list map list items, data structure field ID, firm, and then we will bind our labels to app state, projects list, map list items, data structure field, title. Okay, confirm. Great. Let's check how it works. Now we run our data queries through page load parallel query. For now, it's only one action, but later we will add a new actions to load different data. And as you can see, our projects list loads. It loads very fast. And now we can see that this list is preserved between runs, which will allow us to preserve visual appearance of our page and will boost user experience. So let's continue with our project development. And now what we want to do, we actually want also to save selected project to our app state. We want to save value to select project ID to use it later. We will save widget state, current project, and we'll use it in next setup. So now value from this field will be saved to app state into current selected project ID variable. Next, what we want to do, we want to show or hide this label while tasks is loading. So we will create a variable for this, and we want to query tasks related to some project and then use that the data to build rows of our project of our tasks table. So we will create two variables. For these variables, we will use page state because we don't need them in global state. We will use them only on this page. One of them will be called tasks loading, and we will use Boolean state for it. Okay, by default it will be false, and we will bind this row visibility to our page state tasks loading. So it will be visible when tasks loading and will be invisible when tasks is not loaded. And next, what we will do, we will create another variable. It will be called project tasks, and it will be of type data type task. I created task data type. I will show you very short now. It's very simple type with ID, title, work type, duet, and status, all string fields, and we will use it to parse our API results and bound them to that list we have here. We have here actually list view. So now what we will do, we will return to our action that run when we load page, and we will first set update page state, and we'll set tasks loading to true. And next, what we will do, we will add action, and we'll call our API list sheet rows, and then we will use a sheet. We will use variable from app state selected project ID, and default will be set to 0. Okay, and we will call it API tasks list. When this tasks list is loaded, we will add another action and we'll save them into page state, our project tasks, set value, its action output, API tasks list, JSON body, to data type, task, and this is a list. Okay, we updated page state, and we also want to update page state and set tasks loading, set value false. So we will hide our label that this task is loading. So now we have such flow. But next, what we need to do, we also will update this action flow editor to query our server when project changes. So we will do API call also to list sheet rows, additional variable sheet bound to selected project ID. Let's set default variable 0, and this will be API tasks list, API tasks, API project task, let's call it. We have variable already, so it don't allow us to use same name, and we will update page state and set project tasks to set value to result of our API project tasks. JSON body as data type task is a list. Why I do this? Because in some way, FlutterFlow at the moment when the build page, it do not run same event as page load, it just a build page. So we will use this additional query to manage data when project change. And here we want also to update page state and set tasks loading to true, and then set update page state and set tasks loading, set value false. Okay, so now when our project change and when initially page loads, we query for our tasks list related to selected project, and we now want to bind that data to our list view. So we will go to our list view and we'll set our children item generation from page state, project tasks, map list items. We don't need to map them. No further changes. Just project tasks. Confirm. And we will call them tasks. Save. Okay. And now we can bind all elements inside to different fields of selected of our tasks. Our selected from server tasks. So we will use different fields for corresponding columns, all these data structure fields. And here we will have conditional visibility set to condition, single condition when task item data structure field status is equal to completed to show first label, and here is also conditional visibility, simple condition, when task item data structure field status not equal to completed. So for completed we will show this green label, and for all other we will show pending status. Let's check how it works. Let's check. We set parallel actions for our page, and we'll check how it works. So as you can see, our app is loaded now, and when we change our project, it loads in tasks and show us a new tasks list. I don't have tasks yet in new projects, and as you can see, it shows different statuses as we set it. You can also conditionally hide like other items if you want it to enhance efficiency and etc. So now we see how you can very professionally, very efficient load different data in parallel and manage state of application through app state, manage state of different page through page state, and efficiently manipulate and visualize your data in FlutterFlow application. I hope you enjoyed this video. In next video, I will focus on data verification, data validation, and how to handle different states when you face some API call error sometimes, because it can happen. I will record that video in feedback to requests from our viewers. Next, what we will do, we will work with add new tasks and how to efficiently update tasks list and manage application, and so on. We will continue with different basic to advanced feature of building applications, of building real projects with FlutterFlow. I hope you enjoyed that video. I enjoyed to record it for you. Have a nice day, and thank you for watching.